Hey guys, welcome back. So, I'm in the midst of trying to record some content for y'all, and I got my new equipment working in great, awesome. And I ran into a small delay. When I attempted to play Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes, I ran into an issue with my R2 button. It seems to just not work. And I'm gonna go ahead and just start the game, break the cutscene. I'm recording everything so that you can clearly see that it cannot be my controller because it just doesn't make sense. And this is not the only game that seemed to run into this issue. I strongly believe that it seems to be the game itself that's causing an issue. I have already attempted to turn off the controller and turn it back on. It just doesn't want to work. My R2 just does not want to work. And I thought maybe the controller is broken because I've read forums stating, oh, you have a broken controller, you need to open it up, you need to replace it, you need to get a new controller. And I said, you know what, that's not the case. Let me try this in multiple games. If this happens in multiple games, then yes, I would need a new controller. So we're going to go ahead and just get started immediately. I was in the middle of recording this when I ran into an issue trying to CQC, and it would not CQC. In fact, it won't even shoot the gun. And every other button works just fine, which drives me bananas. So we're gonna go ahead and start the mission. And there we are, standing around. Da 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 da. Zoom in, binos. See, that's R1. Zoom in works. See, and then L1 is the intel. And now I'm gonna pull out the gun and shoot, and you can even hear my clicks. This is my R2. My R2 is not doing anything. It's not even pressure sensitive. It just doesn't want to do it. So presumably I thought maybe my controller is broken. No matter how many times I hit the R2, it doesn't do anything. So in order to test this, I went ahead and turned this game off. And I'm going to turn on Sign. You can clearly see the transition that's going on from one game to another without changing controllers or anything. And just to prove to you that I believe it is the game's coding. It is something just not working. And these games need to be patched, or they need to remove the pressure sensitive, whatever the code requires it. And this is not the only game that causes the issue. Battlefield 4 seems to be running into that issue with certain weapons. Certain shotguns just does not want to fire. Same thing with sniper rifles. It just does not want to fire. No matter how gently I press it, no matter how hard I press it, it doesn't want to work. And yet it works in any other game. Let's just take into example right now Guilty Gear 3, one of my favorite games. R2 is consists of the taunt input. So you can see the character taunting. How ironic, when I tested this, I was actually using this exact same character. But anyway, okay, cool. We're gonna go ahead and get this started immediately. So you can clearly see, maybe you guys can help me out and try to figure out what could be the issue here. Maybe this video needs to be posted directly to the coders, to Sony. There's something just not right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and ignore this, drop the cutscene. Now I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the commandless, I'm sorry. Oh dear. Where is my input thing? Wait, I'm in the middle of a fight. Okay, never mind. Sorry. Wrong thing I did. Anyways, as you can see, I'm just tapping R2 right now and it's doing the taunts. So how can my controller be broken if it's working perfectly fine here? I'm even doing light taps, and I'm not sure if you can hear it, but this is light taps. See? And it's working just fine. Pressing it deep or hard, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to go back to the main menu. I accidentally went to versus mode for some reason. I don't know why I thought of doing that. So I went to training mode. In training mode, you can actually see the button inputs. Let's go ahead and just pick random people. Great. Rush this up. Do. And if there's something seriously wrong, then they should be showing something that is wrong. Let's check out the button inputs. We're going to go ahead and set input, display information, input history. It will be showing off on the left side of the screen. As you can see, punch, kick, slash, heavy slash. And as I press things will come up like that. Great, cool. Now this is R2. Are you telling me my controller's really broken? See, I'm pressing other buttons just to show that the fucking controller is working just fine. So someone please explain to me why it doesn't work on Battlefield 4 or Metal Gear Solid 5. Is there something wrong here? Is this really my controller, or is this something in their own coding? This doesn't make any sense. Let me go ahead and L2. L2 does burst, see? Okay. My dust is R1. My L1 is my burst. Roaming cancel. So R2 is the only button I have left for taunts, and it works just fine. So if anyone can figure this out, please send me a message, post in the comments, or just, give me an idea, give me a link, give me anything as to why it wouldn't work in certain games. And this is two different companies. It's not like even in the same company. It's EA for Battlefield and Konami for Metal Gear. What's going on with the R2 buttons on those games? And then a lot of people are having it okay, and then some people just have to quote-unquote fix their controller. Well, clearly I don't need to fix my controller. I think they need to fix their game. This is ridiculous. Look at this. It works just fine. Okay, so I ranted a little bit. Anyways, so once again, if anyone can help me, just let me know, and I will post up a follow-up to see if there was any form of fix to this magical issue. I have already tried turning off controller, turning back on. I have tried resetting my PS4, and I have retried closing the game and restarting it, and clearly that is not the case. It just doesn't want to work on those particular games. If there's any other games that the R2 for some reason doesn't want to work, go ahead and post that up too. I'm sure somebody is just as confused as I am.